Welcome everyone, we are the Grin Brothers and we're continuing our playthrough of Fallout 4's DLC.
Pretty sure this isn't where it's supposed to go, but it's called the Reptile House.
Yeah, I figured it maybe provide some extra stuff relating to the story.
Gator claws.
So, yeah, there's at least them...
And an empty swimming pool. I hate how all the swimming pools are empty. I know that's a really minor thing.
You just want to go for a quick swim?
Don't throw dust at me.
Got no Curie here for some reason.
Yeah, I guess she's just stuck behind the door.
Oh
my god.
Really, they should give you far more inventory space. Because you get over-encumbered all the time, just going through the regular quest lines.
To be fair, they probably don't expect you to pick up everything. Oh, that's probably why I'm getting over-encumbered all the time. All this stuff is useless.
But, what, can you not eat any of it?
No. It's junk.
Oh, that's
Although
annoying.
it does look really pretty. And nothing like them. Why is it like bright green? What's down here?
A baby carriage. Babies!
Ah! Well, that was a bit violent.
That was awesome, but I'm also sad. They looked adorable.
They did. And they were only little pups. Baby rats. How the hell did they survive?
Yeah, with the Gator Claw just above. But yeah, the Dragon Ball Super thing, it's interesting having an opponent with a cool sort of power, so there's a bit of strategy to it, and cool design as well. He's a lot more like traditional Dragon Ball and even Dragon Quest designs, rather than the just a spiky haired villain or alien sort of thing. It feels more fantasy inspired with Morrow.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was easy.
yep.
I think this is just because you're supposed to clear out all the gators.
Yeah, so there's one in there to deal with.
And it's like, ugh.
So we haven't found this cloning facility yet. We're going back to the side.
Well, I know where it is.
You going back to the side to talk, or
No, you just go straight there.
okay?
Because you found... I'm glad you paid a lot of attention. There was a locked door, which was where I found the information to go to the Anaconda.
Yeah, I thought we were there at the Anaconda, but
We had been.
okay.
Right. Gator meat.
So then,
He just shout whilst dead.
I guess I'll talk about my biggest thing I've got to talk about. And honestly, it's interesting what happened recently, because otherwise I would have had a very different way of commenting on this subject. Have you stumbled across a meme referred to as core values?
Maybe. I don't really remember the name of names.
Core values is a meme that has popped up because of Evo Japan. Namely because of Dead or Alive 6.
Is it the one comparing Mortal Kombat 11's violence to titties and being like, this is okay, but this isn't?
There's a lot more to it than that, but yes, that's the basic gist.
Yeah, because I've seen...
What's happened is that Dead or Alive 6, to sum up, Shimbori's either a complete moron who doesn't know that the internet is a thing that exists, who constantly flip-flops, goes to like America, does an interview with say Polygon saying that they've toned down the breast physics and all that, and they're trying to and they're making the characters cooler and such, and trying to appeal, tone down the sexual aspects and trying to appeal to people and show given the current sort of climate of how to represent women and all that, and then goes back to Japan to promote the game with, and the special pre-order gets you breast pad mouse pads.
Huh.
Not aware that the internet is a thing that exists, so you can clearly see both articles. You know?
Maybe it's a
So
Japan exclusive.
Either that, or he is playing 4D chess at a mastermind level.
Okay.
Because Dead or Alive 6 has gone from being a game that was having less pre-orders than Dead or Alive Extreme 3, when Dead or Alive on the PS4, when the PS4 version is already a censored version, so it's going to be the version that people avoid on the PS4. Dead or Alive Extreme here. And when Dead or Alive 6 has... Yeah, and Dead or Alive Extreme doesn't even release outside of Japan and all that sort of stuff. And having situations where, after this event, Dead or Alive 6's traffic has spiked up. Dead or Alive 6 has suddenly gotten lots of people's attention, and now looks like it's actually going to do pretty well if it follows through.
Huh.
All because of this EVO Japan event, which might be mastermind play by Shimbori here. So what happened is the EVO Japan, Dead or Alive 6 had a sort of like a stand set up and presentation. This was so that they could announce some DLC, pre-order DLC through announce a season pass costumes being wedding themed, and announce the for the DLC characters, Mai from King of Fires would be returning, as well as one other mystery character.
Okay.
They never even got to reveal this DLC because of all the events that went on. What happened is that they were playing the game for a bit, and to show off the game some more, they brought in two hosts. Two Japanese models.
Okay.
One of them is apparently a big fine game enthusiast who has often gone to these sort of events. So they started playing, and they had the time of their lives. Just doing things, not in a competitive sense, but just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Like they were doing as, you do when you're usually a kid sort of thing. Just like stopping and taking photos at the most inappropriate moments.
Amazing.
And stuff like that. And like, they purposely chose the characters with the best jiggle physics and were actually going through which costumes actually meant there was more jiggle. And they go, it's really accurate, yeah. And the other woman got up and started just like jumping up and down. It's like, well, this is Japanese even then. That's, wow. That's, it's actually, like, I mean, heck, if anything, Dead or Alive doesn't jiggle enough.
Amazing.
And there was a bit of, like, humorous, like, there was, for all this talk about, oh, we tone it down to respect women and all, there was a lot more sexual commentary and jokes at that from the women themselves, entirely.
Yeah.
They were having the most fun, that sort of thing. And it was actually because of them. They had Bass use, Powerbomb move on Neo Tengu. And they paused it at just the right moment where it kind of looked like Neo Tengu was was sucking or eating through Bass, because of course character clipping sort of thing. And they paused at that and just started to burst out into laughter.
Amazing.
Suddenly the stream got shut down.
Oh.
The stream went dead silent. They didn't know this. They kept streaming because it only got shut down outside of Japan. Anyone who was like watching the stream in Japan still just watched it as normal. But outside of Japan, the vice president of EVO cancelled the stream and said they felt that they had to stop the Dead or Alive 6 advertisement because the goings-on in it, in fact, not the direct quote here, but the things that was occurring in it did not reflect EVO's core values, as they then replaced Dead or Alive 6's stream with Mortal Kombat 11 material. Which is where the core values meme comes from.
Yep.
Also the fact that they ironically decided to put up a game which can't even release in Japan as the replacement for the Dead or Alive 6 stream.
Yeah.
People then proceeded to take the absolute mick out of the guy.
As they should do.
Because he shut down the stream early so people didn't actually get to see any of the stuff. If it's like a case of like, oh no, this is inappropriate towards women, the people who are doing all the stuff and making all the jokes and were the two women. And like Shimbori wasn't even like looking at it, like it's kind of like like you could see he was kind of like looking at it from the side, and he's like trying to hold back laughter about the event, but oh gosh, there's a lot of those gators.
Yes.
And of course, people started taking the mick. The core values went from apparently jiggling breasts of and
people having fun
with clipping. Not even like it's like programming of the game. That's just clipping that happens in any game. You can make those in programs pausing at any game scene.
Yeah.
Cutting off that and replacing it instead, as people put it, with a woman instead getting her face ripped off in a fatality.
Yeah.
So that's where the core values meme came from. It caught on. The women were, like in the stream presentation itself, someone actually put up some part of the Japanese one. You could actually see the moment where the presenters, the two models, were told about how their stream had been cut off, and they high-fived. Like they just loved the fact that apparently it was like the other side had to cut it off.
I don't blame them.
But yeah, they were having tons of fun playing it, and
not the point of games.
Just silly fun at that. It's definitely a case that it was hard to believe at first, and they have toned it down, the sexualization aspect in a few areas. But certain outfits, not the default ones, but certain outfits do basically put jiggle physics on full display.
Okay.
Because
they basically made it so, like, was it Street Fighter, where the default outfits are more quote unquote appropriate?
Yeah. I mean, there are other areas they have toned it down, and I think there's a lot of other problems with Dead or Alive 6. My main problem with Dead or Alive 6 is the fact that it's a meter system.
Yeah, about meters.
I think some people who have been criticizing have called it the casual, or the noob meter, because it's just a way to make it easier for noobs. And apparently they've, which is going to really disappoint me, the meter system replaces the power stun launcher mechanic, which is a real shame. Admittedly, as someone put out, someone said, I'm going to really enjoy playing Dead or Alive when I'm not being stunned all the time. Because, of course, the best sort of thing was that you get a stun hit, stagger the opponent, and that gives you an opportunity to charge over a power blow or a launcher.
Yeah.
And it's also kind of a good thing that they don't have Alpha in the game then, because her weakness was launching her.
Yeah.
Because she was the only super lightweight, meaning you could juggle her for days if you can get her into a juggle combo. And because she'd have a slight freeze up after her long-winded attacks, if the opponent mistimed it, you could actually get a launcher off whilst she's flowing back down to the ground.
Yeah. And
then it's like, well, at that point, if you just hit her a few times, you won, really. Otherwise, she was just a brutally hard boss opponent.
Yeah.
Which is never fun to deal with.
No.
But yeah, there's problems that worry me, and of course they could have just built off the soft engine, which is still one of the most beautiful, impressive engines made to date.
It is a really nice engine.
Again, watch our Project Zero Made of Blackwater playthrough. The game looks beautiful, and it's running on the Wii U of all things.
Yeah,
and made by a third party. Like, if first party stuff managed to make some incredible things, but the Wii U was running Project Zero Made of Blackwater.
No offense to the Wii U, but if a game manages to look good on it, that's pretty impressive.
Spread across 2 screens, and Nintendo were usually the only ones who could pull off that great graphical fidelity with it. But which admittedly Nintendo own the IP, but still, Koei Tecmo who make the Project Zero
the cows are fighting to Gator Claw.
The gay is the one who needs protecting.
I think the cow's also trying to fight me.
Uh-oh.
It is.
Oh no!
Well, cow's dead. You're right there, buddy. You look a little stuck.
But in a sense, and it's not because I'm not a perv or anything, but this recent stuff regarding the core values and the stream and everything has actually given me more hope for Dead or Alive 6 than before.
I am a perv, so...
It's all a matter of identity and the way you sell your the way you believe in your product, as it were.
DOA's identity is big titties.
Effectively, they weren't replacing it with anything, as it were. It's like they were ashamed of the product they were trying to sell and trying to sell a different project. And you don't feel confident in the people making the game if that's the mindset they're going with.
Yeah, if they're ashamed to be what made them popular.
Yeah. Like, that was the thing to help. The 2 things that helped Dead or Alive stand out it was basically a faster, more energetic take on Virtua Fighter, while still maintaining the whole, base, easy to stand, pick up and play fighting game of here's 3 buttons. Here's 3 to 4 buttons. You can make the entire system with just this.
Yeah.
I mean, Dead or Alive, it's punch/kick, hold, and defend. And those technically are the only 4 buttons you need to know.
Yeah.
Okay, movement as well, but...
No, you don't need to move.
Unlike Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, which had like 6-button fighters and all that, high punch, mid punch, low punch.
Bear Cave!
Sounds like fun.
Just to bet that there's no bears in here.
And there's a charm to having a style to something. You can make a good game, but like New Super Mario Brothers is a good case. New Super Mario Brothers is a well put together game, but lots of people don't enjoy it. Because it doesn't have much personality of its own, particularly after, so many iterations. It's, a competently put together game, but the problem is it's a stale style. And it's lacking personality as a result. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like Curie.
If style wasn't needed, then you could make a game, then Splatoon could have just been made where you were playing as blocks of tofu.
Yeah.
But style does matter. There's a certain atmosphere and charm you want to make to your game. And it felt like Dead or Alive 6 was trying to avoid having its own style.
Very distracting. You know this, yes?
What, because I, splat out everyone's organs?
I can talk.
What is...
Let's talk. It is a personal matter. My control of feelings is worse than before. And you are no help.
What teasing?
What teasing?
I haven't flirted with you once.
We're married to another woman here. Or in a relationship. I'm not sure you can get married in the Commonwealth. You can because a robot marries a man, doesn't he?
Confused. Other times, people suggest...
I can't even see your hair at the moment, but you do have nice hair.
And I am even more confused. Why do people do this?
Part of being human.
It's all part of being human.
Who's been saying this stuff to you?
We haven't been around many people.
We've met a bunch of robots.
Did Oswald hit on you whilst we weren't looking, or...?
Hey.
What do you want?
Oh, wait, was that it?
Talk?
Hey there.
May I help you?
Thoughts?
Your thoughts?
It is hard to determine whether the surface is more or less...
I guess that was the end.
Okay.
So, how are we doing, Curie?
I enjoy our traveling together. It is very satisfying.
I'm glad this picture is
Nothing else I need.
has the addition of a spiked baseball bat with an engine attached to it.
So I feel more confident now that Dead or Alive 6 is more confident being itself. As it
Yeah.
were. And, my worries are still present. I don't play online, so how much content there is going to be? For instance, they got rid of tag mode because again, new engine.
Yeah.
But that's kind of my biggest problems are the removal of the soft engine because they could have built so much on it. The soft engine was fantastic.
Yeah.
But I think again, that lack of confidence in wanting to be Dead or Alive 6 meant they didn't want to be part of the soft engine because of what the soft engine is primarily known for.
Yeah.
Despite how the soft engine is known for lots of other things, such as its insanely good war effects.
Yeah.
And
how it gets clothes wet with its insanely good water effect.
Hey, it worked well for both Dead or Alive Sweat and Project Zero. Hey, water.
Yeah, it's almost a swimming pool. Be quiet so I can beat you to death.
Broken.
Oh no, my arm.
But yeah, the core values meme has brought a lot of attention to Dead or Alive 6 to people who weren't actually paying attention to it before. And the traffic on like Dead or Alive Reddit and everything, and just in general, people talking about the game has spiked up. And there's generally a lot more people who were on the fence or who weren't considering, who are now actually decided to get it.
Yeah.
Like some people have complained like, people are only interested in the fan service sort of thing, and it was like it was enjoyable, like being able to focus on the people who enjoyed it purely for the fighting. But as one person replied to that person, and on the Reddit, it's like whilst that may be the case, you can't deny the traffic spiked by at least over 3 times as much just from the core values meme alone.
Yeah.
On just regular forum pages. It works. But, you know, it's more than just it being for people interested in fan service. It is, as I said, people who are, you know, who feel that, you know, they don't feel confident in Dead or Alive 6 losing identity.
Yeah.
Like, it's like people don't want a more combat without fatalities, despite how the fatalities have little to do with the gameplay, really. They're just an end-of-screen moment that you can activate. You can go through all of more combat without ever triggering a fatality.
Yeah.
But it's a part of its identity. It's not really more combat without the blood and gore.
Yeah.
Much like Dead or Alive isn't Dead or Alive without the sex appeal. I mean, heck, the first game only had 3 female characters. And yet it still had sex appeal as one of its forefronts. And they'd yet to introduce the sexiest man of all, Bass.
Bass is truly the god of sex appeal. Why are you in here? Are you lost as well? Let's change that.
Brad is also good looking for a drunken hobo.
Yeah, good. Given he's a drunken hobo.
And heck, Zack often wears a skin-tight alien suit in a lot of these things, which I know will appeal to certain people.
Oh yeah, he does, doesn't he?
He does.
He's got his Teletubby suit.
Yes. There is a demographic for that. There will always be a demographic for something like that.
He's my boy. He's great. I love him.
But yeah.
Best character. It's still no idea why he continues to enter these tournaments, given he's seen the competition.
He won one of them!
He's just a dude.
He's won one of them! He picked a fight with Bayman after Bayman took on Alpha.
Yeah. The dude is clearly not all there. And I love him for it.
But yeah, I mean, heck, he technically won Dead or Alive 4, so...
Which is more impressive given DOA 4 is goddamn impossible. You want to have fun playing a game? How about you don't?
But yeah.
By the way, this is the last bit.
So Dead or Alive 6 is coming out soon. It got
Did
delayed.
this in what, like 2 episodes?
I was hoping for my birthday, but we'll end this episode then because is this just talking to him now?
It's just talking to him.
Okay. Oh, talk.
New friend done? No more monsters?
Your family's
Apparently
safe.
You should not be coming back. Your family's safe, Sito.
Sito so happy.
Did you take him with him on your playthrough?
Thank new friend.
No.
Your plans?
Yeah, let's ask him his
What's
plans.
next for you, Sito? You want to stay here? Or take your family and head out to the wasteland?
Zoo Sito home since small. Zoo family home since forever. Sito want to stay. Wasteland not
Well, then let him stay.
Sito family.
Yep.
Or
Have to try.
Like, who would you be sharing with? The Raiders?
Technically, yeah. But we're probably going to put a baseball bat through their heads.
Yeah.
So
wait.
we have him share it with our friends.
Okay.
I have some friends moving in here. But if you play it cool, we can all get along. Can you do that?
Sito trust you. Sito like.
Yeah, we're going to be killing him soon. So that won't make Seers attack us, will it? If we attack the... Okay.
It better shiny thing Sito say.
Sito's not affiliated with the Raiders.
Okay. Good. I didn't know whether that suddenly made him affiliated with the Raiders.
No.
Remember you.
Oh.
Oh. He's got a better equipped than me.
It's the same equipment, but it's a metal bat.
Neat.
It's actually a pretty decent weapon.
I think we've upgraded ours a bit more, though. Or, no, the natural ability to launch people.
Yeah, its effect is technically better in combat, but ours is funnier.
Yeah.
Jerry
You
likes
like that. Yay.
Good.
Okay. Well, let's end the episode then.
Bye.
Cheerio.